Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at the 5 most common troubleshooting tips for Easy Video Lab version 2. So the first one is that Easy Video Lab is a scene builder. It's not designed to create full-length videos. We really kind of recommend that you stick in the 15 seconds or less. Really, most video scenes need to be much shorter than that. If you watch professional commercials these days, it's usually like 4 to 6 seconds per scene. So you really want to keep it short. And that's what this is really designed for, Easy Video Lab, that is. We have said 30 seconds is, kind of a recommended maximum, but really I recommend much shorter scenes. And when I'm doing my videos, it goes a lot faster when I go according to just doing one scene at a time. And so that's what I recommend, and that's what Easy Video Lab is designed for. So if you're working with something that's really long, in fact, we're probably going to be building something into the application that basically warns you if you're trying to save a file that's too long. It'll say, do so at your own risk, because we're really not supporting files that are over a minute long in particular. And really we know that things are probably going to fall apart when it's that long. So just bear that in mind. You really, divide and conquer is a way to go with video. So the next one is now when you're creating a lot of scenes, and this happens to me all the time. I'll be inside of Easy Video Lab and I'll do like 8 to 10 scenes, and Easy Video Lab starts doing something it has no business doing. And it's just the nature of beta, and I remember that being the case in early programs like Photoshop. So just in the early versions as well. So that's just the nature of software. So whenever that happens, we recommend that you either close it down and then reopen it, or you can just refresh. And that you can do a refresh by Command F on Macintosh, or I believe Control F on Windows, and that will just refresh. Now, if you use the color palette feature, particularly if you've clicked on this little button right here, then you may have to close that. You may have to basically click on this and click on that again to get that to come up, close it, and then it'll let you refresh or restart. So that's just kind of one little snag there. But okay, so number 3 is lost stage. So we hear people doing kind of this number a lot. So you might have it, oops, I didn't drag it enough. It'll be easier to go down. So there's 2 ways to deal with that. You can either hit Command or Control up or down arrow, and that's going to zoom, and that'll just bring it right back to the center. The other thing that you can do is do the find stage feature. So let me go off and drag that off again, and you can just hit this find stage, and it's actually got a Shift Command or Control F for a shortcut there. So that's how you find that. It looks like I accidentally swiped it off right then as well. So okay, so then the next thing we have here, let's go back to as add extensions when exporting. So what we find is a lot of people will come here and they'll go to the export and they'll choose whichever one they want. And I clicked on import by accident there. So if it's MP4, for example, and you're exporting, when it basically renders the stage first, if I remember correctly, and then it gets to a point where it says, do you want to name the file? And so at that point, you need to be sure and leave the extension there. If you select the whole thing and try to save it without having the extension, it's not going to work, and it's going to give you an error message. Lastly, we have been running into lately just a few cases, but it's getting a little bit more common, where people are trying to export and they have almost no hard drive space, and really you need some hard drive space in order to render a video. So that's something I've personally battled all the time, and I'm sure many of you do too. When you're working with big files and video and music and so forth, it eats up hard drive space really fast. So be sure you have enough hard drive space to export, and you'll be a lot happier. So that's it for the 5 most common troubleshooting tips for Easy Video Lab.